go to the third topic. The third topic is that your journey to transfer from Amazon Indian to Amazon Seattle. Right, I know that you have think about this for more than 2 years, right? You work in Amazon for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And finally get opportunity to transfer. I think the competition for this opportunity is also very, very severe. So tell me a little bit about the story behind it.
Yeah. So when I got a job offer from Amazon, I was very skeptical. Should I join it? Because you were also there in Microsoft. We both were working there, and the work culture was really good.
Yeah, Microsoft. One of the main motivation for me to quit my job at Microsoft and I came UW for my degree is that I hope that I can work in headquarters of Microsoft sometime, at least for a while.
Yeah. So that they really make you feel at home. The culture is really good.
That's good.
Yeah. And you must have heard some things about Amazon there.
Yeah, I know. I have friends. I have classmates who work at Amazon even now.
Yeah. So you must have heard about the comparison with Microsoft.
Yeah.
So I was really hesitant that should I join or not. But I also knew that Amazon, making an international transfer through Amazon is really easy compared to different companies.
It's easier than Microsoft?
It is.
Okay.
So by easy, I don't mean like the transfer itself. That is same. It's no different. Like even if Microsoft is trying to send someone here, everything will work out and they will be able to move. By easy, I mean the entry barrier, that at what point you can apply for a change, international relocation.
Oh, you mean that at Microsoft you need to be your ranking, your level should be a little bit more 62.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, 62.
Okay, to be able to apply for transfer.
Yeah.
But on Amazon, it's
SD2.
SD2. Okay, and it's about 2 years to become a SD2.
Well, there is no timeline. Usually, people take 2 years.
Got you. So which means that the bar for people to be qualified to apply, it's lower in Amazon than Microsoft.
Yes.
That's your biggest motivation.
Yes, and any other company. So most companies, they require you to be SD2 or SD3, and they require you to be there for usually 1, 2, or 3 years. So like Microsoft, level 62 is upper SD2. They have, for each role, they have 2 levels. So that is the upper band of SD2. And in that, you have to be there for 2 years or 1 year, I think. But you have to be there for some time. And in Amazon, it was lower as SD2, like that's just one lower upper. There's only SD2. So you have to be just 1 year the moment you become SD2. So that is the lowest bar of applying abroad in any company. So I did a lot of research within Google. Yeah, in Google, there's no such requirement. The moment you are in, you can start applying. But the competition is so much and the openings are so less that it's really tough to move.
Yeah, I think Google, their openings is really, they don't have too many openings.
Yeah. On contrary to that, Amazon has lots of opening, even for international transfers. Usually, now we are going through some hiring freeze time and times are tough, but usually it's more open. So I knew that transferring abroad within Amazon is going to be really easy. And that's when I thought, will it be worth it to save some time and have fun like I did in college or school? Or will it be worth it? And I found it to be worth it. So I went all in, and I got my early promotion to SD2, and then I moved here.
How you prepare? How you prepare for let's say the interviews, all those stuff? How you prepare for that? You lead code every day, or how you prepare?
I used to do lead code every day. I did it for some 2 months, and after 2 months, I got really good at it. So this is like for SD2 role, right? No, at 1 only. I shifted as an SD1. But yeah, I still had 1.5 years of experience, and I have practiced lead code during my college years. So building up on all of that, within 2 months, I got really good at it. So when I got, I did not apply for Amazon. They were sending out, spamming everyone. Do you want to join? We have SD2 opening. And I just gave that. Then that led to an interview. And I was not prepared because after I did lead code for 2 months, I got a job in Myntra from
Yeah,
Microsoft.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
So I joined Myntra and I worked there for 3 months and they had unlimited leaves, really good atmosphere. I was liking it. And after 3 months, I got this email and I was like, I did lead code some 3 months ago, but still I'll just give it for time pass. So I gave that and then I got the interviews and then I gave all of them and then they rolled out an offer. So yeah, then I considered joining it.
So got you. So basically, in my understanding, when you join Amazon, what you want to do is that you want to go from you want to level up to SD2
Mhm.
and then apply for international transfer from Amazon Indian to Amazon Seattle.
Yes.
But before you do that, you actually change your job, right? And you work in the new company for 3 months. I know that. I know that short experience.
Mhm.
And you receive an email from Amazon,
Mhm.
say, hey, there's opportunity.
Yeah.
And then you apply for it.
Mhm.
You pass. You clear all the interviews.
Mhm.
How many rounds of interview?
After the online assessment, I believe there were 3 or 4 rounds.
Every round is technical interview.
No, 2 or 3. So only the last one is not. All the remaining rounds are technical interviews.
So 1 hour.
Yes, 1 hour each.
Any behavior question?
They do ask. So Amazon's format is that even if it is a tech round, they ask tech question for 50% of the time, which will be like one coding question. And the remaining 50% of the time, they will dive into 1 or 2 leadership principles based questions.
Same, because I haven't taken Amazon's SD roles interview. I really don't like coding, so
Yeah,
but
the behavioral
the
questions are
process,
good.
yeah. I actually, yeah. And got you. So I think that the main reason you can get this opportunity is still that your ability for coding is more, surpass your peers. I think that's the main reason you get it.
Yeah, so being good at coding is definitely important. Like Amazon, if they really want to hire someone, or it could same for any other company as well. If they really want to hire someone, they have an opening out and they have 100 people applying. They interview all 100 of them and they found out that none was good. So it's not like they will try to find that in within these 100 who was best. They will completely discard everyone and they will keep that opening open and they will keep waiting and interviewing for the right candidate. So in no way they are going to make an exception that we see that amongst this pool this was best. You really have to outshine and every round should be really positive. Then you will know that you'll get hired.
Yeah, and I know that because at Microsoft, your role started as a consultant.
Mhm.
That role actually is not a coding heavy role. Well, you don't need to code actually, but even back then, in our video conversations, you mentioned that you have a passion for coding.
Mhm.
I feel that if you do you know anyone who don't have passion on coding but still do a good coding?
I'm sure there must be people like that. So coding is just a logical problem solving, and today coding is so different.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like a cursor or all those tools,
Yeah.
ChatGPT, and
Yeah.
it's a different story.
So I know that there must be people who are just doing it for the job and they are just good at learning anything new. So you read from documentation, you start applying it, you seek help from peers, and you do it. So one can be successful like this.
A quick question. So if you don't like coding,
Mhm.
will you try to learn coding well to get a good job, even if you don't like it?
That might be me. So you do remember I tell you in the forums that I am more into coding and I would like to get some coding role within the consultancy itself. So that's because I have a weird relationship with coding. What happened, and you know Chinmay also, right? We both used to work.
I don't think that Chinmay has a passion for coding.
Yeah. So So what happened is we both went like I will keep him out because it's my interview. So let's not talk about others. So I I went I had done this internship in a final year of my college, third year of my college, and it started out really good. I worked in a startup where they were really smart founders, and they were trying out new things, and they got funding while I was there, a huge funding. They already had a funding before, but they got a huge funding while I was there. And then they became bigger and bigger, and the pressure increased more and more. At one point, Saturdays were working. So every Saturday we started working. And I already used to work from day to night. My house was in the same building as the office. So I basically everyone will go home. I will stay in the office, and then I will go home just to sleep. So I had a really, really bad routine, and that had its impact. So by the end of some 3, 4 months, I started hating it. Like every day, I felt like it is too stressful. Even though no one put any stress on me, I was just an intern. How much anyone could expect from me? But still, people mostly the reason for stress is the person itself. We take it ourselves. So I had a lot of stress, and in the last month, I remember I had a widget on my phone screen which used to give me a countdown of how many days is left within this internship. Even though it was a dream internship, like all of my peers used to be jealous that I have learned so much within this internship about microservices architecture and Kubernetes implementing all these things and scaling. They were really jealous, but I hated every single moment of it in the last month. And when I came back, and but still, I knew that somewhere down the line I want to get a software engineering job because that pays well. But then I got into Microsoft consultant, and the funny story is that even for that interview, in for the Microsoft one, that was the first company which came. I did not prepare at all, and the whole day I was telling that my colleagues that should I just go home? It's taking too long because it went till 10 p.m. at night, and in the by the evening I lost, my so I wanted to go home and all that. But in the end, after 10 p.m., they announced that I'm hired along with few people. So then, right after getting hired, Microsoft started sending goodies and good welcome messages, and I started looking up about Microsoft, and I got more and more tempted because I had just had this internship experience, which by the end I started.
So which means that before you get this offer, actually you don't understand Microsoft very well.
No, I knew Microsoft, but because of the consultancy role, I was not fully sure that I want to give.
Oh, I get you. I get you. Because you are consultant experience in the startup, then you think that then you begin to wonder the consultant role at Microsoft may also be pretty burn you out.
Oh, no, 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 not burn me out. Even though I had a stressful experience at my internship, I still wanted to pursue that role only because knew there is money in it. But when I got hired in Microsoft as a consultant, then I started thinking that I should not just run behind money, and this is so much better here. And after spending 6 months, 8 months in Microsoft, I was on a huge crossroad that I can be here, and I know that it's not burning me out like it did in my past company. So I can grow here like this. But one thing always that I hated is that there was some partiality between a software developer at Microsoft and a consultant at Microsoft. For example, we were at level 56, no, 59, no, 56 instead of 59. And using this as a leverage, they were like, your stock band is different, your joining bonus is different. And you may not be part of these conversations, but within India team itself, like to many senior leadership across multiple months, a lot of people complained that where is one Microsoft? We are also, if we are coding, then we are doing similar things. So we also want same pay. This complaint has been coming for years and they never did anything because the roles are completely different. So, and even though when I thought I knew one thing that I need to make money, I need a path to making more money. And but I was also afraid of the poor work-life balance and all those things like the internship experience that I had towards the end. I was scared of that also. So it was a tough choice. Like if I stay here, then I know that they are going to limit the amount of money that I can make uh, quickly, easily. The path will be a bit tough in terms of earning more money, but the work-life balance will be good. That is guaranteed. And if I try to pivot anywhere, that will be huge risk because I can get into poor work-life balance, same stress where I start questioning my life. When things don't work out, you start questioning your life. So I don't want to get into that. But that has a path to get more money quickly. And then I started noticing that they are paying some double amount to freshers and easily.
You mean Amazon?
No, different startups.
Yeah.
Even Microsoft paid like around double or more than consultants within India itself. So most companies and a lot of good paying companies only, they were paying almost double or more as a fresher. And the higher salaries, they were diverging more and more, the salary difference. Then most important thing was stocks, because stocks will make grow more and more, and they were not ready to give more stocks. And even if I moved internally, they wouldn't give me more stocks. And then I finally thought of stepping out of my comfort zone. I know based on my experience that I can learn things and I can code, and things can be stressful, but that's a skill that I have to learn how to manage stress, how to get better at this so that it does not feel stressful, and all those things. So I made that move. I jumped into Mintra, and there I started working a lot, learning a lot. But then I jumped into Amazon and I kept that pace going, learning a lot. And after 1-2 years of learning and getting promoted to SD2, I did realize that it's that stress which was there earlier, that was all in my head. No one was putting any pressure on me, honestly. And and I came to this conclusion that I can do anything. Like back in my college years, no, school years, I was like, I cannot get into IT. I will never try. But now I know that I can learn things, I can get better, and I can do anything. My mindset has completely changed as I grew more confidence, solving problems, and drawing a line between work and life. I learned a lot of skills, and now I feel that I feel that even though I don't relate myself as a coder. Like if you ask me if I'm a good coder, I'm not. I know a lot of coders who are really good at it. They will just code on Vim without even opening VS Code at all. They'll just do that. I'm not a good coder, honestly. I just refer to documentation, Stack Overflows, and now GPT. But I'm a good engineer. They are different things. In my engineering role, I do coding for just 20% of the times. For the 80% of the times, I am making architectural decisions, participating in meetings, and seeing how the designs will look like. It's more about designing and less about coding. With GPT, coding thing has become even more easier. So that's it.
Yeah, I got it. Let me clarify my understanding. Several things. The first thing, which is a very important key turning point or milestone in your previous career, is that should you keep staying at Microsoft as maybe a consultant, or maybe later you can change, you can shift to a SD role. And another path or another opportunity you have is accept the offer from Amazon, right? And because you want to earn more money.
Yeah.
Then you say, okay, let me try Amazon. Even if you are worried about the work and life balance, but you still go there.
Yeah.
And after you went to Amazon, you go from SD1 to SD2. And in that 1 or 2 years, you build confidence on yourself. You say, hey, I find it, actually I can do it. I can achieve anything if I really want to do it. And that experience, I think it's one of the most valuable things you learned at Amazon.
Yes.
Right? I get it. I think that's a very inspiring experience for me because I mentioned with you previously in the future I want to maybe create a virtual world, either by in the form of gaming or game, or even create a animation movie, something like that, like a Ne Zha, something like that. That's something at this moment I want to invest my whole life to work on. But it's something so big, right? Let's say like the universe, Marvel universe, Iron Man, all those things. Disneyland world, it's Harry Potter world. It's such a big thing.
Yeah.
And this occasionally I also feel suspicious about myself, where I am here now and what I want to go in the future. It's huge gap. But I think your experience is pretty inspiring, right? You think that if you want to do it, you will finally be able to do it.
Yes,
Finally achieve it. I think it's very inspiring.
Yes.
Do you want to open turn the light on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one on the left, you can try that first. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
Yeah.
And and I think that your journey from Amazon to Indian to here is very, very inspiring. And let's continue. Let's go to the four. Yeah, the fourth